हेलो देयर, तो कुछ क्वेश्चंस ट्राई कर सकते हैं और उसके पहले लिटिल इंट्रोडक्शन अबाउट अस. Who we are actually. So we are basically we are an amplified J community, right? So we just give you don't just give you problems. We teach just how to master them in our classes. And these are our two results. We just started our startup has started just 1.5 months before just after the December we have started, right? So it is Jan around 1.5 months they have improved a lot. And our results are you can see that too. Okay, now we can begin. Okay, लैंग्वेज खुद पढ़ सकते हो. उन्होंने क्या बोला है कि एक रोम्बस है, ठीक है. और रोम्बस एबीसीडी इज अ मेंबर ऑफ बोथ फैमिली ऑफ लाइंस, राइट. जैसे यहाँ पे आपके पास एक रोम्बस हुआ, ठीक है. इसका जो एक हमें क्या पता है कि ये जो फैमिली ऑफ लाइंस होती हैं, ये जो फैमिली ऑफ लाइंस होती है, अगर मैं दिखाऊं आपको, ये जो फैमिली ऑफ लाइंस होती है, ये फैमिली ऑफ लाइन, और ये क्या होती है, एक फिक्स पॉइंट से पास कर रही होती है, और ये दो फैमिली ऑफ लाइंस है. उन्होंने क्या बोला है, एक डायगोनल है रोम्बस एबीसीडी का, जो कि दोनों का मेंबर है. मतलब एक डायगोनल जो है वो दोनों फिक्स पॉइंट से पास कर रहा होगा. अगर एक डायगोनल दोनों दोनों दो फिक्स पॉइंट से पास कर रहा है, तो लेट से ये वो डायगोनल है. और उन्होंने क्या बोला कि 3,2 एक का वर्टेक्स है. तो इट कैन बी पॉसिबल कि ये इस पे लाई करता हो. तो ये तो एक लाइन पे 3 पॉइंट हो जाएंगे, बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है ऐसा वो नहीं करेंगे कि वो तीनों एक ही पॉइंट पे जाए. तो मेरा मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वो 3,2 इस पे लाई करेगा, इस वाली डायगोनल पे लाई करेगा, और ये जो दोनों पॉइंट्स है वो इस पे लाई करेंगे, ये मुझे लग रहा है. अब वो हम वेरीफाई कर लेंगे. तो लेट अस कंप्यूट इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ दिस लाइंस, राइट. तो इसमें दो पॉइंट्स आएंगे, लेट कॉल इट P1, लेट कॉल इट P2. तो इस पे दो पॉइंट्स आ जाएंगे हमारे पास, ठीक है. और आपको पता होता है कि जो रोम्बस के डायगोनल होते हैं वो परपेंडिकुलर होते हैं, ये हमें पता है. तो सबसे पहले क्या कर सकते हैं, वी कैन सॉल्व फॉर द रिकॉर्डिंग तो ऑन है ना. हाँ जी. ओके, सो हम यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हैं, वी कैन सॉल्व दिस इक्वेशन. सो वी कैन गॉट x प्लस वाई इज इक्वल टू 1, 2x प्लस 3y इक्वल टू 1. इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया तो ये हो जाएगा 2x प्लस 2y इक्वल टू 2. दोनों को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया तो y की वैल्यू 0 आ गई, x की वैल्यू 1 आ गई. तो इस पे एक पॉइंट आ गया हमारे पास 1,0, ठीक है. बढ़िया. तो इसको सॉल्व करा तो ये हो गया y इज इक्वल टू एक्स प्लस 2. इसको उसमें सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया तो 2x माइनस 3x माइनस 6 प्लस 5 इज इक्वल टू 0. हो जाएगा माइनस एक्स माइनस 1 इज इक्वल टू 0. तो y की वैल्यू x की वैल्यू आ गई -1, y आ जाएगा 2. तो ये पॉइंट होगा तुम्हारे पास -1, ठीक है. You what you can do is you can do y minus 0 over x minus 1 is equal to 0 minus 2 over 1 plus 1, that will be 2. So 2y is equal to minus 2 into x minus 1. That implies 2y is equal to minus 2x plus 2, minus 2x plus 2. So it will be 2y plus 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. X plus y is equal to 1. राइट, एक्स प्लस वाई, गेस मैंने कोई मिस्टेक तो नहीं करी, ठीक है. फिर ये भी तो देख लेंगे. तो एक्स प्लस वाई इक्वल टू 1 ऑफ कोर्स इस पे लाई तो नहीं करता है. -1 कॉमा एक्स प्लस वाई इक्वल टू ना, ठीक है, सेटिस्फाई करने को दिक्कत नहीं. तो एक्स प्लस वाई इक्वल टू 1 ये लाइन है, ऑफ कोर्स ये जो लाइन होगी इसका जो स्लोप होगा वो इसका स्लोप कितना होगा, -1 का स्लोप 1 होगा. तो ये कुछ होगी y इज इक्वल टू एक्स प्लस लैम्डा. इसको इससे पास करवा दिया तो ये हो जाएगा 3, सॉरी 2 इज इक्वल टू 3 प्लस लैम्डा. तो लैम्डा आ जाएगा -1. दैट इम्प्लाइज इट विल बी y इक्वल टू एक्स माइनस 1. इसका मतलब हमारे पास ये वाला पॉइंट आ जाएगा. जब दोनों डायगोनल को सॉल्व करते हैं तो ये पॉइंट आता है. ये है x प्लस वाई इज इक्वल टू 1, और ये आ जाएगा हमारे पास, इसको लिख दिया था x माइनस वाई माइनस 1 इक्वल टू 0. दैट इम्प्लाइज x माइनस वाई इज इक्वल टू 1, x माइनस वाई इक्वल टू 1 आ जाएगा. इसका मतलब हुआ x की वैल्यू 1 आ गई, y 0 हो गया. मतलब ये पॉइंट ये वाला है, x1 y 0. एक सेकेंड, वेट अ मिनट. 3,2 is the point, ना. Yep, 3,2 is the point. So y is equals to the slope is of line is of. मैंने कोई मिस्टेक कर तो नहीं कर दी, ये तो सही है. -1,2, x को रखा -1, y को रखा 2. ये 0 नहीं होगा, ये इंटरसेक्शन मैंने गलत निकाला है एक्चुअली. y is equal to x plus 2. तो इज इट -1 कॉमा x -1 आएगा, तो y 1 आएगा ना, यहाँ पर 1 आएगा एक्चुअली. हाँ जी. तो y 1 आएगा, तो 1,0 और -1,1, ये गलती है. एक सेकेंड. पूरा इरेज करना पड़ेगा, पूरा गलत हो गया। शेट भाई, कोई बात नहीं। ओके, सो ये भी गलती लिख दिया है, क्या हीरो बन रहा हूँ भाई, अच्छी है भाई। मैं पहला वाला भी चेक करने जा रहा हूँ, मैं पूरा सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है। मैंने आइडिया शेयर कर दिया, पूरा सॉल्व कर लेते हैं वापस। पूरा मिटा दिया, वेट अवे। तो मैं क्या बोल रहा था, मैंने आइडिया तो शेयर कर दिया, उसका कैलकुलेट करता हूँ। तो ये तुम्हारे पास हो गया डायगोनल। मेरा मानना ये है कि 3,2 इस पर पास करेगा और ये डायगोनल वो वाली। तो ये जो इंटरसेक्शन है, ये इंटरसेक्शन, लेट कॉल इट P1, लेट कॉल इट P2। दिस पॉइंट विल बी 3,2। P1 will be intersection of this line, so x plus y equal to 1, 2x plus 3y equal to 2. So clearly 1 comma 0 is the point. So that point will be 1 comma 0. And this will be y is equal to x plus 2. So let us substitute. It will be 2x minus 3x minus 6 plus 5 is equal to 0. So minus x minus 1 equal to 0. So the point will be minus 1 comma 1. Okay, now we are comfortable. So y minus 0 over x minus 1, that will be equal to 1 over minus 2. 1 over minus 2, ठीक है। So minus 2y is equal to x minus x plus 2y is equal to 1. So this line is uh, x plus 2y equal to 1. X plus 2y equal to 1. And this is satisfying the point as well. So slope of this line is minus 1 over 2. So the slope will be 2. So the equation will be y is equal to 2x plus c. So 2 will be equal to 6 plus c. So c is equal to x को 3 डाल दिया, c is equal to minus 4. So this equation will be y is equal to 2x minus 4. Y equal to x minus 4. So x plus 2y equal to 1. Y is equal to 2x minus 4. Let us substitute this value. So x plus 2 into 2x minus 4 equal to 1. So x plus 4x is equal to 9. X will be this point will be x will be equal to 9 over 5. So y x plus 2y is equal to 1. So x is 9 over 5. So 2y is equal to 1 minus 9 over 5. So 2y equal to 5, 5 minus 100 is minus 4. Minus 4 by 5, the y will be minus 2 by 5. This is the POY, right? So let's calculate this length. These are perpendicular, no doubt. So this is the length actually. Let's call it d1 by 2. And this will be d1 by 2 as well, because these are equal, right? So we have to calculate for the d1. So what we know is the area is 1 by 2 d1 d2. 1 by 2 d1 cross d2 होता है तो एंगल 90 होता है, तो 1 by d1 d2 आ जाता है, ठीक है। So let us solve for the d1 by 2. d1 by 2 will be equal to the distance of 3 comma 2 from 9 by 5 minus 2 by 5. 9 by 5 minus 2 by 5 and 3 comma 2. So d1 will be equal to 9 by 5 minus 3 मतलब 6 by 5 square plus that will be equal to 2 by 5 plus 2. It will be 12 by 5 square. So that is clearly 6 by 5 square we are going to common. So d1 is equal to 2 multiplied by 6 by 5 square into 1 plus 2 square, that will be equal to 5. So it will be 12 over 5 into root 5 equal to d1. What is the area actually? The area is 12 root 5. Okay. So the area will be 1 by 2 d1 d2. So d1 is this. Let's solve for d2 is equal to 12 root 5. 12 root 5. Okay. Let's solve for d2. It will be 12 root 5. So substitute d1 in this one. So 1 by 2 into 12 by 5 root 5 into d2 is equal to 12 root 5. So clearly d2 will be d2 equal to 10. बढ़िया। तो इसका आंसर आ गया 10, और ये काफी अच्छा क्वेश्चन लगा होगा तुम्हें भी देख के। इसका आंसर है 10, ठीक है। और कौन से क्वेश्चन, ये वाले क्वेश्चन मैं करवाना चाहूंगा तुम्हें। ये क्वेश्चन इस साल मेंस में भी आ गया था, लास्ट ईयर मैंने AIT से पिक किया है, और इस साल की मेंस में भी आया था। यहाँ पे R³ था और यहाँ पे X³ था, स्टेट से। So let us differentiate. F dash x will be capital F dash x equals to x of fx, right? So you can use x square equals to t both sides. Capital Ft is equal to, clearly, if you do to x square equals to t, you got as t square plus t k power 5 square. That implies capital Fx over, sorry, f dash x over x will be equal to small fx. So you can do this computation and also let us differentiate this one then. So f dash x will be equal to 2x plus 5 by 2 x root x, 5 by 2 x root x. So you can divide by x, so f small fx is equal to 2 plus 5 by 2 root x. So what will be the value of f r square? So f of r square is equal to 2 plus 5r by 2 plus 5r by 2. You have to sum it from 1 to 12. So it will be equal to 2 plus 5r by 2 from 1 to 12. 1 to 12. So it will be 2 into 12 because 2 times add 2 adding between 1 to 12. That's right. So 5 by 2 and it is adding actually from 1 to 12. So 12 into 13 over 2. So 2, 2, 2, 3. 15 into 13, 24 plus 15 into 13. So 13, 13, 15 so 15 still we can calculation down. 150 और ये हो गया 45 195 195 and 24 और 110 to 11 219 219 का आंसर आएगा सो 150 150 145 194 22 19 ओके 195 219 okay fine that will be 219. Let us move forward and these questions. Okay, so let us try this problem. This one and this one, right? So let's follow this one. So clearly this is fractional part, right? This is fractional part, FPF. So and the k is integer, right? So this 2k will vanish. So we got simply 2013 times uh, this value x over 10x. This 2k will vanish if from the each fraction from the each part, right? So clearly this value will be here. And we do know what is कि tan x जो होता है वो x से बड़ा होता है तो जो इसका मतलब x by tan x होगा वो 1 से छोटा होता है and it will be slight less than 1, right? So if it is slightly less than 1, that implies it is a very big fraction, sorry, a fraction which is very close to 1. So the FPF will be equal to 1. So clearly the first term of this, the first term is 1, right? This limit will be 1. And you have to solve with common ratio is this, okay? So we can solve a little bit. This is good. So let us select some area. So let us take e to the power x cube common. What you got is e raised to the power 10 cube x minus x cube minus 1 whole divided by, you can replace this fraction, right? You can divide x cube sin square x. This champ, basically this champ is going to 0, right? So this champ is going to 0. So you got as x cube sin square x. This value is 1 now. So you got as 2x cube sin square x. And you can do by one small thing as well, sin x square by x square. So this value is also 1 now. So it will be 2x cube into x square. Now we have to solve for this line down. You have to solve for the, okay, their side. This value is going also 1 because even x is going to 0, e power 0 is going to 1, and that fraction is going to 0. That amount is, that champ is going to 0. That champ. So you can easily multiply and divide by this value. So you got as 1 by 2x to the power 5. Multiply and divide by 10 cube x minus x cube, and you got as, let me write them once again as well. E to the power 10 cube x minus x cube. That fraction was to 1. 10 cube x minus x cube into. So let us, we are divided by this, so let us multiply by this as well. So let us multiply by this as well. So you got this value. So fine. So this value is now 100 because when x is going between, it's going to 0. So this value is also going to 0. So the limit of this value is also 1. So finally we have to compute for the r is equal to limit of x tends to 0 tan cube x minus x cube
tan cube x minus x cube upon 2x raised to the power 5. So just we don't want to go blindly differentiate again. Let us take with a calm. Tan x minus x multiplied by the value will be tan square x plus x square plus x tan x plus x tan x plus x square. Right. So that will be equal to 2x cube. Focus one thing into x square. Now focus on that jump. That limit will be 3. Tan square x plus x square it is 1. Tan x plus that will be 1 plus x square. So that jump is going to 3. Now do one thing. Just focus on this value. So that will be sec square x minus 1. Differentiate it upon 6x square. Right. Sec square x minus 1 upon 6x square. And that value equal to 3. That will be 3. And it is tan square x by x square that will be 1. So clearly it will be 1 over 6 into 3. That implies r is equal to 1 word. So the first term is 1 and the common ratio is half. So clearly 1 plus 1 over 2 will so on. So the sum will be 1 by a upon 1 minus r. So the final answer will be 2. No doubt. So these are the problems which we can solve. Okay. So the first statement of the question is you can see on the screen. Basically, it is a complex of this equation and we have to compute for this. We have to solve for this value. What is the value of that equation? What is the value of that sum basically? Okay, fine. तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं सोचते हैं इसके बारे में Fine. तो सबसे पहले ध्यान से ये नोटिस करा अगर इसको मैंने 1 डिक्लेयर करा है इसको अल्फा करा तो ये अल्फा स्क्वायर हो जाएगा नहीं तो ये कॉमन स्ट्रेटजी है कि हम यहाँ पे काम कर सकते हैं अगर मैंने जेड की पावर 9 को अल्फा की जैसे ट्रीट करा और मैंने इसे मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया 1 माइनस जेड की पावर 9 आर डिवाइडेड बाय कितना हो जाएगा ये 1 माइनस जेड की पावर 9 आर होल मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1 प्लस जेड की पावर 9 आर प्लस जेड की पावर 18 आर तो ये ओवरऑल कितना हो जाएगा 1 माइनस जेड की पावर 27 आर और एक चीज यहाँ से दिखाई दे रही है क्लियरली कि जो आर है वो वेरी कर रहा है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है उसमें बट स्टिल वी कैन सॉल्व अ लिटिल बिट मोर टिल 25 so if z की पावर 26 equal to 1 z की पावर 26 r is also equal to 1 that implies z की पावर 27 r is equal to z की पावर r यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हैं 1 माइनस z की पावर 9 r डिवाइडेड बाय 1 माइनस z की पावर 27 r ठीक है तो एट दिस स्टेप व्हाट यू कैन डू एक्चुअली इज you can substitute z की पावर 27 r as z की पावर r so you can get 1 minus z की power 9 r divided by 1 minus z की power r and summation is going between r equals 1 to 20 25 actually so one step you can solve a little bit more everyone knows what is the expansion of 1 x की power minus y की power and so from that value you can simply compute that expression it will be 1 plus z की power r till so on so forth till z की power 8 r so this value is r is going between 1 to 25 so you have to solve for this value fine. So what you can do actually that this step is you can solve. Let me break it into two summation, right? So you can do actually this step is actually not that important, but you can solve directly as well. But I will recommend to go from that way. It will be it will give you more clarity, right? So actually, what I can do is I can write just 1 plus 1 is 25 items. It will be 25 not total. Just remove that fraction, right? So that will be 25 when adding 25 times. So no issue with that. So you can write with double sigma, like you can write r equals 1 to 25, z raised to the power k r, right? And then that sigma will operate from k equals to 1 to 8, right? That value we have to solve. So let me think one thing, right? Let me think of this value, it will be z ki power k plus z ki power 2k till so on so forth till z ki power 25k. And now k will vary from k equals 1 to 8. So let us why not solve this value first, right? So it is clearly a GP, right? So what you can do is actually z ki power k into these are 25 terms, so z ki power 25k upon 1 minus z ki power k. And now you know one thing is that z ki power 26 equal to what implies z ki power 26 z ki power 26k is also equal to 1. So from that you can say actually z ki power 25k will be equal to 1 by z ki power k. So you can substitute this value on this equation. So you got as z ki power k into 1 minus 1 by z ki power k into 1 minus z ki power k. So you will solve a little better. Okay, fine. So it will be z ki power k into z ki power k minus 1 over z ki power k into 1 minus z ki power k. That will be equal to minus.
So no matter what is value of k, this value is always minus 1. So this is adding actually 8 times, right? So in place of minus 1 is getting added to 8 times. So you will got as 25 minus 8, that will be 70. I hope I'm clear. So that is the final answer of this problem. I hope you enjoy the problem. Okay, fine. So let's move forward actually. So let us look at this statement. So it will be a, let me paste the question. Okay, okay. So what we can do actually is because this e and ln got cancelled, right? So you can easily write that value 0 to 4 pi ln of 8 second. And it will be directly uh, 8 second. Wait a minute. It is ln of 13 sin x plus 3 root 3 cos x, right? So at this step, you can do actually one thing. Uh, sorry. Okay. So 0 to 4 pi, you can divide by this is square plus this square whole square root, right? So that will be a 14, no doubt. So 13 sin x plus 3 root 3 cos x, 3 root 3 cos x minus of ln 14 dx. Okay. Okay, fine. So now this will be 14, no doubt, because we have added and subtracted as well. So it will be, so now what you can do actually one thing. Let us call 13 by 14 as a cos theta, right? 13 by 14 as a cos theta. So this value 3 by 14, that will be sin theta. No doubt. So the overall the value will be a 0 to 4 pi 0 to, let us hold actually sometime. Ln of that will be sin x into cos theta plus cos x into sin theta. That will be sin of x plus theta. Sin. So sin of x plus theta dx plus of 0 to 4 pi 0 to 4 pi ln 40. So you can do actually one more thing. Let us declare x plus theta equals to u. Right. So clearly the u limit will be theta plus 4 pi. And we know actually the value of theta as well, but I don't think they will be need as well. So it will be ln of sin u dx equals to du. That will be mod du. Ln mod sin u du, right? And that will be a 0 to 4 pi ln 40. I hope I am clear. So at this step, you can do one more thing. Clearly, the sorry, mod sin has the period of pi. So you can write as theta is basically it is like a plus mt to a plus nt, right? And clearly n is greater than m of t. And if a capital T is period of the f of x, let f of t as well. So now it will be a clearly n minus m times 0 to t, right? So you can just eliminate the constant term in the periodic functions, right? So it is clearly a periodic function. So you can do one thing, 0 to 4 pi ln of mod sin u du, right? So I hope I'm clear. And that value is periodic even. So what you can do is actually 8 times 0 to pi, right? I hope I'm clear. You can easily just apply the just 4 times 0 to pi is clearly audible, clearly visible, and you can do actually one thing, and you can apply queen actually at the from the 0 to pi step. So you can easily got 0 to pi by 2 ln of mod sin u du. Fine. So at this step, you can easily reach, no doubt, and that will be a 4 pi ln 40. 4 pi ln 14, and that will be again 4 pi ln 40. Okay. So that will be minus pi by 2 ln 2, no doubt. So that will be 8 into minus pi by 2 ln 2 minus pi by 2 ln 2 plus 4 pi of 4 pi into ln 40. So that will be 4 pi ln 14 minus 4 pi ln 14 minus 4 pi ln 2. That will be 4 pi ln 7. That is the final answer of this problem. 4 pi ln 7. Okay. I hope I'm clear. 4 pi ln 7. Okay. Okay. Let us extend. Okay, so clearly now let's solve this problem. So in this problem, it is given alpha x square minus beta x square minus gamma x plus alpha, and these equations are quadratic polynomials, and it is given a data of alpha, beta, gamma are non-zero numbers, and there exists a k such that p1 k equals to p2 k equals to p3 k. Uh, that implies there is a common root to all the equations. So one clear observation is if alpha equals beta equals to gamma, this is the best way actually, very fast as well. So you can clearly declare as well if alpha equals beta equals to gamma. There is no constraint on the equality of the all three values. So if you think in that way, right, then there should not be any problem. if alpha equals beta equals to gamma, so all equations will be identical, right? And you can easily declare, right, you all have the basically all the identical equations actually. So you can easily declare that that there must be a common root. Fine. So you can easily claim actually this is the condition of the common root as well, because when the equations are identical, they become the same actually. So identical means the same equation, all the roots basically, all the common as well. So this condition we're gonna meet, and the constraint on the alpha beta gamma is also no worry with that. So you can easily solve for that value. So that will be 9, 8, 17, 20, 22 actually, or 22 alpha or plus divided by alpha. That will be 22. No, no. Okay, fine. Let's move on the second problem. So it is given actually we have to calculate for the inverse area, right? So basically gx is the inverse of that function. So what you can do actually is basically if you just want to just mathematically represent the function, right? So what you can actually write at that minus 3 to 5 of mod of f inverse x dx, right? So you can do at this step mod of f inverse x dx. So you can substitute that x equals to f of u, right? Let us substitute this value at this step. So let us x equals to f of u. So we can solve for the u values, right? So let f minus 3 equals to f of u, right? So at this step, you can easily grab actually, because you can see the function given is a 1 1 as well as the 1 2 as well, right? Because this domain is already r, and it is always increasing as well, right? Derivative of the function is 3x squared plus 3, that is actually positive. That implies the function is increasing. So the for corresponding to each y, you will get only 1x. And in this case, it will be minus 1 actually. So it will be a minus 1 to 1, and let us substitute this value. It will be a f inverse of f of u, and it is 1 1 and 2 as well. So that will be a dx equals to f dash u du. No issue with that. So it will be a minus 1 to 1 u actually. F inverse have got cancelled, so it will be mod u f dash u du, and f dash u will be a 3u square plus 3. I hope I am clear. So it will be 3u square plus 3. So it will be a minus 1 to 1 mod of u into 3u square plus 3 into du. 3u square plus 3 to du, and that function is actually even. That function is even, so it will be a 2 times 0 to 1 u into 3u square plus 3. I hope I am clear. So it will be a 6 times 0 to 1 u cube plus u du. It will be a 6 into u cube power 4 by 4 plus u square by 2, 0 to 1. That will be a 6 into 3 over 4. That will be 9 by 2 actually. And it has the option with the option matching with the option number C, I guess. Okay, so let's type this problem as well. Basically, it is a common problem, but the way it is looking actually it seems to be tough, but it's actually very easy. Okay, let us see this value, right? So it will be 2x square common, right? And that will be a y square minus 3. So one thing you can do actually is let us take the 3 factor as outside, y square minus 3, and let us send the 9 from the right hand side. So that will be a 2x square plus 1 whole multiplied by y square minus 3. That is value actually 9. So one thing for sure it is clear. We have to count the integrals of this equation. That implies a that implies we have to break this factor with the two product of two integers. And clearly, this is positive. This is positive. That implies this should be positive. So we have to break actually with the positive terms actually. So that will be first solution will be 9 into 1, that 1 will be equal to 1 into 9, and other will be 3 into 3. Because negative has the no value actually. 1, 3, 9 is the factor, and we can take so that value as well. Okay, fine. So that implies let us solve for this value. So you got us 2x squared plus 1 equals to 9. So x squared equals to x equals plus minus 2. No issue with that. And for the second one, y square minus 3 is equal to 1. Y will be actually plus minus 2. Okay, I hope it is clear. And so when you solve for this and this, you get x equals 0 and y equals to plus minus 2 root 3. That is not an integral solution. And from this case as well, you get y equals plus minus root 3. So that is also not an integral solution. That implies we got only 4 points. That will be a, we can make ordered pairs actually. Okay. So let's make the ordered pairs. So that will be 2 comma 2. That will be a minus 2 actually. X2, right? That will be 2. 2. That will be 2 minus 2, and that will be minus 2 minus 2. And that will be a minus 2 comma 2. I hope I am clear. So fine. I hope you enjoyed the problem. Thank you.